This is in for repair. It's a Cub Cadet SS 470 trimmer weed eater. It's a 4-stroke unit, as opposed to the normal 2-stroke you would find in most trimmers. Is a 4-stroke engine better on a weed eater? I've never owned a 4-stroke weed eater, so I wouldn't be the one to tell you that. But I will say a good quality brand like Steel or Echo will have fairly dependable 2-stroke engines that are cheap to fix yourself and will last a very long time with the right maintenance. Hello everyone, Big Allen Cox. Welcome to the shop. On this video I will be looking at this Cub Cadet that's in for service. A friend of mine gave me this 4-stroke snapper weed eater some years back, but when I tried to mess with it, the pull cord gave up and I put it aside and kind of forgot about it. I'll have to pull that out one day and make a video about it. Let's just say there are already a lot of good running weed eaters around here and other things to work on, so sometimes things get sit in the background for a good while before I get the motivation to tool on them. This Cub Cadet kind of reminded me of that snapper. These 4-strokes certainly have more weight than a normal weed eater their size. That's a notable difference. You can let me know, is a 4-stroke better on a weed eater? I personally have no problem with a 2-stroke engine of good quality on any saw, trimmer, or blower that I own. Most of my stuff is the Steel, Echo, or Husqvarna brand. It's the box store 2-strokes that are junk, like the cheap Troy-built Ryobi and other discount stuff at Lowe's, Home Depot, and other box stores. Well, let me get this starter recoil off the machine so we can see what's going on with the pull start not working. You can just replace the whole mechanics with a new starter for around 35 bucks. I'll see if there's any hope for this one. If not, I'll order a new starter recoil from Cub Cadet's website. Okay, I think first we're going to need to get this top off, which is looks like a series of screws. These may be hex screws. Yeah, it's a 25. Another one back over here. That's a fine thread screw. Now there's one more right here in the front. Okay. Now it should come off to reveal a 4-stroke engine. Looks to be pretty clean actually in there. We'll take the 2 top ones out first. The other 2 are going to be way up under the bottom here. That would be right here. All right, I think we got it. Okay, if we look in here, we can see a mess going on for sure. Looks like the pull cord may have jumped out of the holder there or something. Oh, we got some fraying going on right there. If you do look closer at this, the string is still through the hole in the reel. An easy repair here would be to pull the string out a little bit from the reel and cut it. Then I can tie a new knot in it and hopefully it'll just wind back up. It does still act like the mechanics are functional. If this works, that'll be great. If not, I care nothing about taking this apart, and for around 35 bucks I'll just replace the whole thing. No spring popping out or struggling to get it all back together. I end up wasting more than $35 of my time fooling with them. The one thing I noticed right off the bat is that the length of the rope and the travel of that wheel, something is off about that. Either the spring is bad or someone has attempted to replace that rope and it has too much length, which is what I think may be going on here. I'm thinking maybe somebody replaced this rope before and it was just too long. It wasn't the right one for it. So I shortened it up some, and I'm going to stuff that knot back down in. Okay. My knot is back in place on the reel. Let me see if it'll take it up. All the way up. All the way up. That's kind of more like it. That recoil doesn't have a lot of snap to it like you'd think one would have. But I'm going to put it back on there and try it and see what it'll do. Okay, I've kind of just stuck the starter back on. Short 2 screws. I'm just going to try it and see if it'll turn the engine over like I have it now with the shorter rope. And see if it'll take it up and see if it'll pull the engine. Okay, let me try to pull on it. Well, you can pull on the engine with it. There's absolutely no fuel in it. We'll give it some 90 octane ethanol free gas and see what it does. Okay, I think I got enough poured in there to try it. Get it back down on the floor. It's hard to put fuel in it with a big tank. There we go, the primer bulb is drawing. Has an auto kill switch there. Now let's try it. And I guess I assume that's choke. There's no label on the side that indicates anything. I would assume that's full choke. Oh yeah, it wants to run. That thing is loose. This handle's loose here. Yeah, that's loose right there. Now maybe it'll stay together. Okay, let's see if it will start. It barked off just a while ago, so let's see. Oh yeah, it wants to run. runs pretty good. Let's start it again. Okay. There's this little piece of cardboard that was stuck up under that starter. I guess that's probably to keep debris out of it. But I'm going to take the starter back off of it and put that on there. And then I'll button this thing up and try it again. Yeah, this is that piece I forgot to put back in. It slides right into that slot right there. Yep, let's get it back on there. Now we'll go back on with the cover. And 2 coarse thread screws go in this cover. Then here in the front we have a fine thread screw right here. And then a coarse thread screw goes in this center piece right here. And we are all back together. Let's see how it works. Let's see if she'll start up. Let's get a full choke. This Cub Cadet 470 4-stroke trimmer is back in business again. If it was mine, I would clean it up for the upcoming mowing season and replace the fuel lines and some other maintenance things it needs at its age. It is a nice unit. For now, it starts right up, and these engines on this model are supposed to be pretty good from what I hear. Too bad Cub Cadet no longer makes this model. This unit is well built. It's good quality for any homeowner wanting a dependable trimmer. Let me and others know about your experiences with these Cub Cadet SS series trimmers. I think they were manufactured from 2018 on up to maybe 2023, maybe a few years back. You may run across one of these at a yard or an estate sale. I'd say if it runs, certainly grab it. And if not, get a good price and attempt to repair. Most parts for this trimmer are still available on Cub Cadet and MTD websites. I am Big Al Cox, trying to save as much as I can from the landfill. More videos are coming as spring 2025 is in full swing here in North Carolina and the USA. And until the next time, I wish you many blessings from my shop to yours.